thank you all for joining. Again, I'm Cynthia Miller with Austin Water's Public Information Office. This is the public meeting about the West 35th Water and Wastewater Pipeline Renewal Project. We've got a great group of folks here to explain this work to you and to answer all your questions. So with no further ado, let's move on to introducing folks. Everyone, if you would unmute yourselves and smile and wave at the camera and tell people who you are. I appreciate it. Again, I'm Cynthia Miller with Austin Water, and let's have Atha introduce herself next.
Hi everyone, I'm Atha Phillips. I'm also a landscape architect and a lead AP. I'll be the project manager for this project and one of the main contacts if you have issues.
Okay, Christina, we can't see you. There you are.
Everyone, my name is Christina McLaren, and I am the project sponsor from Austin Watershed Protection.
Oh, we skipped Tracy. Tracy, where are you?
I'm right here. I'm Tracy Hall, and
There
I'm
you
with
are.
Austin Water. I'm Austin Water project sponsor.
And let me just say, interject, the project sponsors are the people who oversee these projects from almost the moment they're born until conclusion. So they have really important roles in all of this. Okay, Joshua, you're next. And sneak preview hint, there's a reason that Joshua's name is in purple. This is someone you guys are going to want to know, and you're going to want his phone number. So Joshua, where are you?
So I am representing Austin Capital Delivery Services as our owner's representative for that this project. I oversee the inspection up to inspection of special material up to your daily needs during this construction project. So again, we'll touch more base on what this is, but we're gonna establish this main point of contact as best as we can, and we'll continue. Thank you.
Joshua's going to be your boots on the ground, your guy in the field. You want information, you want it fast. Joshua's your guy. So we're going to, as Joshua said, talk about that multiple times. Okay, Jameson, where are you?
Good evening. My name is Jameson Smith. I am a construction or engineering construction coordinator supervisor for Austin Capital Delivery Services.
Great. And Michael?
Hello, everyone. My name is Mike Saunders. I'm with Santa Clara Construction. I'll be the project manager for the contractor installing all the infrastructure.
And Rob, you're next. Okay, well, Rob locates his unmute button. Y'all already met me. I'm Cynthia. And Lydia, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Lydia Van Buren. I am a colleague of Cynthia's at the Public Information Office at Austin Water.
Okay, Rob, did you have a chance to unmute yourself? If not, that Rob Clark is with Doucette Engineering and is what we call the design engineer for these projects.
I might project here. I didn't realize. So my name's Adam Wigerman, and it looks like I'm underneath Rob's name for this meeting.
No problem. But you guys are representing the design engineer firm, and they are a consulting firm that's helped us put all this together. So, okay. Thank you, everybody. I am going to tell you a little bit about Renewing Austin because that is one of my favorite programs at Austin Water. And Renewing Austin is a program through which we are systematically replacing deteriorating lines throughout the city. We're renewing some of them and replacing others. And this map that I've got on the page here is just a snippet of what you can see going on throughout town. This program's been in place since 2016, and Austin Water is determined to make sure that we're reliable today and that we're ready for tomorrow. And one of the most important ways that we're doing that is by making sure that we replace these leaking and deteriorating lines in a timely fashion. So this particular project is coming to do so over at West 35th. And we're putting in 1,500 linear feet of new water, 650 linear feet of new wastewater, and Austin Watershed Protection is joining this project so that they can install 750 linear feet of new storm drain through this work. And in fact, we're going to hear a little bit about that now from Christina.
Thanks, Cynthia. The existing storm drain system in this area was built around the 1950s, which is well before our current drainage criteria. These pipes are undersized, and the pipes that we're putting in on West 35th Street for this project are double the size of what's currently out there. The Austin Watershed Department has a project in the area called the Warren Street Flood Risk Reduction Project, and it includes proposed improvements in the north side of Terrytown. We identified that there was a portion of this work that overlapped with Austin Water Project. So to reduce the disturbance to West 35th Street, we split off the upstream segment of the storm drain, and we're constructing that in this partnership with Austin Water. Just a quick note about the Warren Street project. It's still in design phase, but once it's fully constructed, it will reduce the risk of flooding for many homes, yards, and streets in this part of the Terrytown neighborhood. If you'd like to learn more about that project, you can visit the link at the bottom of this slide, which is austintexas.gov/storm drains, and then scroll down on the page until you find the Warren Street section. And with that, I'll pass it off to Atha.
Okay, Atha, let's hear it. Construction.
I almost forgot to unmute. Hi, everyone. I'm Atha Phillips again, and I'm here to talk to you about what to expect during construction. Next. So, since we'll be working on different types of pipe, so there's water and wastewater and storm pipe, they'll each go in a separate trench. And so you may see us open the street up and then go back and forth from one side to the other during this project. And so just so you're not confused, it's just a normal way to do the construction that we how we do the work for the different types of pipes. And so you'll see preparation, you'll see excavation of the trench, we'll install the pipe, there will be a temporary repair. Sometimes it may be a plate, and sometimes they may backfill the trench. But the total project will last about 270 days. And so you'll see different stages of construction the entire almost year. We have a very good contractor on board, and so hopefully we can finish early, but that is never a guarantee. And so we will do our best to, keep it moving. Next. So as we talk about construction, and, obviously construction is messy, and there will be times where you will be very annoyed at us, but just know that we will be doing our best to quickly sort of install the pipe and get this finished, get this project completed on time or before, so that you have new infrastructure in your area that will last you for years. Next. And so there's somebody I want to introduce you to. His name is Joshua Ramos. He is the construction inspector for this project. So between me and Joshua, we are kind of the eyes and ears of the project. And so you can contact Joshua or you can contact myself. Either will get the job done. And so we work as a partnership. And so Joshua is the eyes in the field, but I am the one who sort of resolves hiccups behind the scenes. So if there's, if we find something that we need an answer for in a different department, we have to go and search down that answer. Or if there's an issue with the permit or the traffic control plans, those are the things that I handle behind the scenes. But Joshua and I are both available to help with any noise issues or any other issues that come up that you feel need to be addressed. And with that, I will hand it over to Joshua.
Great. And I'll just add that Joshua, just to repeat, is the person who's there on the ground every day, and you can get information very quickly from him. Like Eighth is saying, there might be an issue that has to be resolved that might take a while behind the scenes. But if you have questions about what's going on, Joshua's right there in the field, immediately accessible. Okay. So, Joshua, I think you're going to talk to us about this installation process.
Yeah, of course. And I would just like to finalize and cap off what we said in the previous couple minutes. While Atha and I work together diligently as a team to minimize disruptions to the public in these construction projects, I will be the utmost first person you want to call to answer any safety concerns, any environmental concerns, any you just want to talk. I mean, you come up and do that. The better I know you, the better I know how I can help you. With that being said, you will see multiple trenches open, some more, multiple at a time. And that is due to, say, when we get to a wet connection, which constitutes multiple flagging operations, may it be, or all within the same. Luckily, within this project, we have traffic control plan that generally covers the entire trench line at a time. But these are some hazards that are with these open cut trench lines. Rest assured, we are doing our best, and the contractor does an amazing job with their trench protection safety. Anything to protect the public in this way. This is what you'll see that Santa Clara holds as a standard, and as we, as a city, as inspectors for these projects, hold that as standard. So you will see these open cut trenches. Rest assured, we'll have people to guide you through any condition you face out there. Yeah, so again, this is another slide right here. You're going to see more of them. If you want, you can take a picture of this, screenshot it, however you maybe put it in your wallet. But yeah, at the end of the day, each trench is either covered and backfilled in place, or with steel sheets on top of it, which are drivable with asphalt. If at any point or time you feel like there is a need for asphalt repair, or what is temporary asphalt mix that goes on the ground for trench repair, again, that's the type of stuff that you're going to want to contact me for immediately. That's not something you'll get from Atha 100%. She'll just call me for that. So these are the type of things that keep in mind. Let's see what we got while construction is going on. Yeah, so yeah, we're going to see a lot of excavations in this project, especially there, considering there are three lines that need to be uncovered. And keep in mind, after testing reasons, say there is a God forbid, a failure on one of the lines, that will constitute, again, another re-excavation and closure of the road. So these lines are of need of upgrade, given the infrastructure age in this area. But again, we have a great contractor in mind and conducting the work. So we'll run smoothly.
And I'll just highlight, really important, that all of these impacted areas will be repaved and restored, but that's at the very end of the projects, but they all will be. So
Yes.
Let's see. Next, here we go. Whoops. Let me get to my, I'm trying to move ahead to the next slide, and I'm not, there we go. So who wants to tell us about our construction timeline here?
I think my supervisor, actually, James Smith, would love to go into the hours of timeline and all the other extra details.
Okay.
Thanks, Josh. So construction hours are going to be generally 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. Some weekend work will take place. That'll also be 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's not, I don't think it's going to be every weekend. Atha, can you speak on that? Is that every weekend or?
Actually, Michael is here and they don't typically work weekends, but I'll let him answer that. Michael?
Yeah, that's correct. We typically like to work Monday through Friday and take the weekends off like everyone else. If we determine that the duration of the project is taking a little longer than normal, or it's a little more involved, we will opt to work on Saturdays. Typically, we will not work any Sundays unless it's absolutely necessary, or there's some kind of large event or something. So other than that, pretty much Monday through Friday is all we're going to be working.
Great. I believe the contractor is going to mobilize December. I think the NTP is going to be set for December 10th and 5th. Okay, December 5th, and we estimate the projects are going to take about 10 months to complete.
I apologize. I don't know why it's not cooperating. Okay, here we go. Important news about West 35th. What's happening here?
Okay, so everyone should expect traffic impacts. So we're going from a 4-lane road down to a 2-lane road, and there will be water barriers along the work zone. And so there will be trenches on the other side of the water barriers. And those 2 lanes will be closed probably for most of the project. And so you'll have one way east and one way west. And so so expect delays. The good thing about this neighborhood, I was looking at the maps, is that there are several alternative routes. And so you could go down trying to remember what that road is right now, and it's leaving me. But anyway, there from the neighborhood, there are several ways to get out of the neighborhood that don't involve taking 35th. So for this time, you may want to look at those alternative options. This road work is really only happening for about a block and a half. So it shouldn't take long to get through that block and a half, but just expect some delays.
Other important information, we don't impact a lot of homes in this project, but for those of you who are homeowners or living in residences along West 35th, we just want you to be aware that we will be working in the city right of way, which, as everyone knows, is the street, but that also can include an area that's about 10 to 15 feet behind the curb. And so you need to move items that are your personal items out of that area before we get to your area. And again, Joshua Ramos is going to be really helpful about that. So he's the person you need to contact. He'll be there in the field, and he can help make sure that you understand what is in the right of way. Again, it's very confusing. Most people don't realize that the right of way does extend to the 15 feet behind the curb. But again, all disrupted areas are going to be restored to the original condition when we're through with this.
Yeah, if I may touch on that one, just a slight bit. I'm sorry. I encourage anyone that is present or watches this that to go ahead and photograph, document your area before construction begins. It's a way to ensure that your area is restored to place. The contractor will be doing the same. So if they will restore what has been disturbed, a lot of times though that none that I've seen, Santa Clara goes above and beyond to I'm so sorry, my computer's trying to close on me. They go above and beyond to execute these repairs. So just I encourage photograph your area before work begins, and always reach out to me for any concerns.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah.
And Joshua, do you want to explain the tree trimming?
Yeah. So sorry. Yeah. So trimming of some of these heritage or protected trees at times is necessary. Austin Energy doesn't always have the availability to come in and execute the trimming of the trees. As you see here, there's a 14 feet clearance level between surface level and clearance in the road. Sidewalk is 8 feet. So you may see necessary trimming at times, tree trimming. You could rest assured these are all throughout certified City of Austin certified arborists that are conducting these trimmings. So again, if you have any questions, this is another thing that you can call me about, and we can always discuss it with a city certified arborist again.
Okay, water outages. Joshua, you and I we should probably together tell people about this because you play a really important role in notifying people about this. But on behalf of Austin Water, we are going to have maybe one temporary water outage during this process. And this will just be so that after new lines are put in, we can connect those lines to the existing system. But you're going to get a lot of advanced notice, and usually these planned events only take place from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and often come in earlier than that in terms of when they're wrapped up. But this will likely happen once during this project, much later on in the project. Joshua, what would you add about this?
Um, uh, I would only add, the contractor here, they have their schedule, so to say, of how they plan to execute their means and methods when installing these lines and when they plan to connect them. So I believe maybe Michael, if he has some more information on this, but our goal in this is our golden plan is to minimize the effect of disrupting water as best as we can with as little water shutouts as we can. So again, as Cynthia mentions, ample amount of notification will go out via door hangers. I'm pretty sure a social media blast, so to say, that will give you more information. But if you read this, it helps you prepare right there on the bottom. I would highly encourage doing these things. Water shutouts go typically as planned, sometimes sooner, sometimes worse, depending on the existing infrastructure and any unforeseen conditions. So there will be few, but this is a good topic.
Yeah, most importantly, you will be notified and reminded and told about how to prepare and all of that when the time comes. Now, what you can prepare for is if there's an emergency water outage, and if there's an unexpected break, then it's an emergency water outage. We have to turn the service off immediately so that it can be repaired. And obviously, this is the last thing in the world we ever want. And crews work really hard to make sure we don't have them. But this is why we're doing the project to begin with. These pipes are deteriorated and vulnerable, and breaks can occur. So we drop everything and work on fixing it when an emergency occurs. We just want to let you know ahead of time that there might be an emergency water break, but hopefully not. Atha, do you have anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I think the only thing I would add is that, I have another project where when they started digging, they hit a water line that they didn't know was there, or they thought was deeper than what it was shown on the plans. And so the thing is, when you're digging in areas that have old infrastructure, they're not always documented correctly. And so sometimes you have unexpected things that happen because it's just old and it's not documented well. And so anyway, it does happen. And, of course, we can't predict it. But, the one that I had happen on another project, it was fixed within a couple of hours. So Austin Water prioritizes these breaks, and they come in and they're surgeons and they get it done and they fix it. And so just know if something does happen, it's going to be repaired really quickly.
That's great. Thank you. Okay, we're now at the Q&A, and my colleague Lydia is amazing at running Q&A, so I'm going to turn this over to her, but please go ahead and put your questions in the Q&A or raise your virtual hand, as we call it. If you're on the phone, you press *9 and follow those instructions there. You need to press *6 to unmute. And while people are thinking about whether they have questions, please know that you can sign up for project notifications on the webpage that's connected to this project. So you can scan the QR code or go to the website link that's written out there and just scroll to communications. We'll have an email newsletter that goes out to give important project updates. And that's a really good thing to subscribe to. So we encourage everyone to do that. Okay, Lydia, are you seeing any questions?
I am not, but maybe we can go to the next slide, and if anyone does have any questions in the future, we can show our contact information.
Okay, that sounds good. And in the meantime, let me just encourage everyone. We know y'all are there, and we appreciate your participation, and we really want you to ask questions if you have them. So please don't be shy. In the meantime, yes, here is contact information. And as Atha put it so well at the beginning, she and Joshua work hand in hand on this on a daily basis. We want to make sure that people understand that for immediate information about things going on in the field, we would just really want you to have Joshua's contact information handy. And you're always welcome to call me as well about any topics. So screen capture this. And I don't see any questions either, I don't think, Lydia. Are you seeing any?
Nope.
Do we have a shy crowd? Okay, well, we'll give everyone a second to write this information down, and then we have a pop quiz. And we're not going to sign off without the pop quiz because I worked really hard on it. So, okay, here is your pop quiz. Let's get out your pencils. So, if you have a question or concern about construction and want information right away, who are you going to call? You're going to call Ghostbusters or Joshua or all of the above. And if you are 20 or younger, you might not get this joke. But anyway, okay, obviously the answer is Joshua, and that's a Ghostbusters joke. So hopefully everyone got it. Okay, do we have any questions? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Because otherwise we will sign off. And thank you again so much for joining us. And we hope you'll share this information with your neighbors. We'll be posting this online. And again, so you can access it and send it to your friends and neighbors and help spread the word. Okay. Well, with that, anybody have anything else that they want to add? I appreciate the panel.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thanks everyone. Okay, Lydia, are you going to sign us off or am I doing that?
I've got it. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, thanks
Have a great night.
everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.